The first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
On first down, Mitchell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Lance going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Flushed out right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance, over the middle, complete to Samuel.
Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Hurts. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
That'll be caught right side by Reed. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
From the gun, a give to Conner. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down at 4 now.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49ers D as they score the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, it's just
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And the Niners are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action with Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell finding some room at midfield. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hurts throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right now.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Niners open the lead up to 34-0.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 49ers 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now
and the Niners get there and bring him down. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurts.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Arizona.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Fighting it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And Lance now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And now they'll throw with Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Working from the gun. Lance. Open man is Ayuk. Complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as I show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Mostert now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That'll be caught right side by Reed. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They go play action with Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, it's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's